Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we are going to learn about Python built-in functions. So Python provides us lots of built-in function that we can use that by just calling that function. Okay. In this video, I am going to use Jupyter Notebook. If you are using a Visual Studio Code, that's okay. So let's talk about some built-in function. So in Python, we have lots of built-in function, but in this video, we are going to talk about some of them. Okay, so now let's start with ABS function. So what ABS function will do? What is the use of ABS function? So ABS function is a built-in function that is used for convert any type of value into integer value. Okay, so ABS built-in function are used for return the absolute value of a number. So let's say I have one value x is equal to minus 39, 36. Okay, and now I am going to use ABS function. For use ABS function, just call your ABS function and inside your ABS function just pass the value. Okay, so here I am passing x variable. Now I am going to run our code. So we can see that ABS function converted x is equal to minus 36 to 36. Okay, it will convert a negative value into positive value. So let's say we have another value that is a 96 minus 96. Okay, so now I am going to run this code. So it will convert a minus 96 into 96. So basically ABS functions are used when you want to convert a negative value into positive value. Okay, so that's how our ABS function works. Now we are going to talk about another built-in function that is called a bin. Okay, so bin function used for convert any numerical value to its binary string. So let's look at the example. Let's say we have a one binary value. Okay, so no binary. Let's say we have a one value integer value that is a 4, and now I want to convert x is equal to 4 to binary. So now I want to know the binary number of 4. So for that we have to call one function that is called a bin. Inside our bin function we have to pass x is equal to 4. Okay, so now we can see that bin function returns the binary string. Okay, so binary string value of a numerical value. So let's say we have another number that is a 256, and now I want to find a binary value of that. Okay, so we can see that is a binary value of our 256. So that is used. So bin function is used when you want to convert any numerical value into binary. It's binary value. That time we can use bin function. So let's talk about another function, another built-in function that is called a sum. So sum will do addition of a number. So let's say we have a one list 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and now we all know that how can we do addition of a list. We also did addition of a list with help of for loop. Okay, so but right now we are going to do addition of list with help of sum function. For that, call our sum function, and inside our sum function just pass our list. So now you can see that the addition of 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 is 28. Okay, so let's do addition of list with help of our for loop. Print add. So you can see that with help of for loop we have to write a lots of code. Okay, and whenever we use some function, that time we have to just call that function. You can see that it is too much easy compared to for loop. Okay, so that's how our sum function works. Now let's talk about another function that is called eval function. So eval function basically evaluate a string and convert into integer. So let's say we have one string like this 1 plus 2. So we know that in our x, that is the entire string, okay, 1 plus 2, that is entire string, that is not any integer number. Okay, so we want to do addition of 1 plus 2. We all know that we cannot do addition of string number. Okay, so just call eval function, inside pass x. So addition of 1 plus 2 is a 3. Okay, so that's how our eval function works. Let's add another value. So it will return 4. So eval function is useful, okay, when you are doing competitive programming. Now let's talk about the one of the most important function, that is called a hash. So hash method return the hash value of any object in Python. Hash is a function that is a mathematical function that convert an input value into numerical value. Okay, so it is basically work on hash algorithm. So let's say we have a x is equal to j. Okay, now I want to find the hash value of j. So you have to just call hash, inside our hash to just pass x variable. It will return a hash value of j. Okay, so let's think about that. As a plain text we have a x. Hash function work behind the algorithm. Okay, so we do not want to go behind the algorithm. So basically hash function is a mathematical function. Okay, we do not want to go deeper into hash function right now. So it will convert j into a numerical value. So you can see that is our hash value. So let's say we have a John, a full name. So it will create an entire name into hash value. So where we can use hash value? So hash value mainly used in string search algorithm. I think you all have seen when we use Notepad or WordPad, that time we wanna find something string, that time we can use a find function in Word or Notepad. That find function is work on hash algorithm. Okay, so let's talk about min function, min and max. Let's say we have a one list. In that value we have values like a 0, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -2. And now I want to find the minimum value from our list. So how can we do that? We can also do that with help of for loop, but we can simply pass my list inside our min function. It will return a minimum value from our list. Okay, so we can see that in our entire list the minimum value is -2. It will return -2. Okay, so now we are going to talk about max function. So max function is a common, it is the same as the min function. Min function returns us minimum value and max function will return us maximum value. So let's say I am going to call max of my list. So you can see that it will return us 5. So in our list the maximum value is 5. So here we learn 7 inbuilt function. If you want to know about more inbuilt function, you can just search on Google Python inbuilt function and you can see here documentation of Python. Here lots of built-in function. Okay, so you can play around with this. So guys, that's it for this video. If you have any question about built-in function, you can just let me know in comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe this channel and like this video. Thank you for watching this video.